Hi guys, welcome to Post-Traumatic Bliss. My name is Kanini. In this video, we are going to talk about how to heal our energy. One of the things that we want to do is to understand how we got traumatized and what the state of our energy is right now, and the most important thing, how we can heal and transform that energy. So thank you very much for tuning in. Is the person that you are right now. We are going to give you new knowledge about what happened in your trauma and how it happened and how you can change it. Then there are things that you're going to practice so that you can change your mind and become a new you. All this is very, very possible.
It's a story time. Let me tell you a story about my friend Conway. He told me the other day he is divorced. His ex-wife has admitted so many times to her friends that Conway was a good husband to her. She just was not grateful enough to see it. She divorced a good man. Why? She grew up in a very abusive home and her father was very abusive to her. Her programming was to expect that men behave like her father. So when she got this good man, her expectations and what she got were in conflict. The program that we have determines what we attract and let into our life and what we let stay in our life. You want to be sure that the program that you have is healthy and that is working for you, not sabotaging you. If you have a low self-esteem program, for instance, you will sabotage good things in your life. You will sabotage your marriage, your job, your relationship with your children. That's how this program works. We want to change this type of program because it's more like a virus that is poisoning your life. We want to change this program and create better programs and healthy programs.
Areas to cover in mental health. We are going to see how your brain works, your energy systems of your body, your emotions, the hormones in your body. We want to see how energy and your five senses connect. Also, we are going to see how spiritual practices like forgiveness can actually help you in transforming energy. We are going to see culture and living with wisdom and how that can help you transform your energy. We are going to see how you can overcome trauma with NLP. Some of us do need to reprogram our neural language. We are going to talk about having a sense of community. I believe the biggest threat to people's mental health these days, especially here in the United States, will remain depression caused by loneliness. A sense of community is very rich for anybody battling depression. We're going to see self-care practices like sleeping, eating veggies, working out, laughter, and avoiding sugar, and how all that can affect your mental health and how that can use this to your advantage in transforming your energy. One thing you can be certain of is that you have been programmed. Whether you like it or not, you have a program. The thing is, programs are good. This is not a bad thing at all. You can never function without a program. So programs are good. Good programs help you learn how to do math, language, social skills. You know, some people have the language to speak French. Some people have the program to speak English. My language programs are Kiswahili, Kikuyu, and English. I have that program. I also have a math program. We all have social skills program. We are programs. We have biocomputers. We have programs, and we run our world through programs. We learn through repetition. We know that we learn through repetition. So we get these programs through repetition. I don't know how many times you had to write the letter 4, the number 4. I don't know how many times you had to write the number 4 or the letter A. We repeat and repeat and repeat. We do this from a very young age. Exposure. Your brain is designed to learn and pick things up. When you have repeated exposure, your brain is going to pick up on everything that you're learning. Let's talk about mindful parents. Mindful parents understand that children run through repetition, and abusive parents ignore this fact. When a parent is mindful, they are very careful about what they expose their children to because they know that they are programming them. When a parent is trying to create a healthy environment for a child, is because they know that a healthy mind comes from a nurturing, caring environment. People who traumatize their children ignore this fact. You must be mindful about what you expose yourself to repeatedly because it programs your mind. That's why you repeatedly had to do math. That's why you repeatedly had to learn how to crawl before you could walk. That's why you repeatedly had to say your letters and your words until you had a whole language. We learn through repetition. The environment we grow in obviously affects how we feel and how we learn. It also affects what we do not learn. If you are in an abusive environment, for example, you do not learn the language of love. And if you are in a loving environment, you do not learn the language of hate. The program you learn depends on the environment that you grow in. This is time to check your program. Did you grow in a calm, patient environment? Are you a calm and patient person? I want you right now, as an exercise, to go through your life and the kind of programs that you have. You can start with the basic, the language that you speak, your tongue. That's a program. You can tell my program from my accent. I come from East Africa, Kenya. I speak Kikuyu, Kiswahili, and English. That is my program. What is your program? I also grew up in a very chaotic environment, so I learned a lot of anxiety. I have an anxious program. I know this. I became very impatient because of my anxiety and because of so many demands that were placed on me at a young age, and I've always felt like impatient. I know I have this program. Especially, I want you to write down the programs that you know are getting in the way of your happiness and success in life, because we want to dismantle these programs when we want to create a new you. Do you have, for example, when it comes to confidence, what is your program? Are you confident or are you timid? How do you rate your confidence? These are good things to know, because when it comes to confidence, a skill that you need to have to move through life. If you're not very confident, we want to move this program from timid to confident. I want you to be aware, write the programs that you feel that you are lacking, or the programs that you have that you don't want to have. For example, I used to lack the program of setting boundaries. And if you don't have some of these good programs and you don't know what they are, don't worry, because we are going to discuss about the good programs that you need for optimal mental health. So if you didn't grow up in a good environment, you don't have to worry about the program that you didn't have. For example, you probably didn't have the program of confidence. You're going to see all these programs. The environment we grow up in affects how we feel and how we learn. It also affects what we do not learn. So it's very important to go through over your childhood environment. Was it enriching, or did you feel like it was stifling you? We do not want to change every program. We just want to train the mind to identify viruses and delete them repeatedly. I don't want to give you a totally different program. And I also want you to see, if you discover an unhelpful program or a dangerous program that you have, that you can delete that program. For example, if you thought, okay, I'm a promiscuous person, and then you decide to see that this program is actually dangerous and unhelpful, we can delete that program. We can identify programs that are like viruses that are ruining our lives, and then we can change them. And we can identify programs, like time management that you did not learn, that are helpful, that can help you go further in life. And then we can program you with those programs. It's all a matter of programming. Then we want to train the mind how good programs look like, so that it can identify them and repeat them. We want to grow that garden of your mind. We want to put fertilizer. We want to make sure that it can see good programs, it can love these good programs, and you can grow from these beautiful, beautiful good programs. The more helpful the programs you have, the more fulfilling your life becomes. This is like to identify a good program. How do you do this? How do you tell that you're having a good program? Let me tell you a case of Balenciaga. They were trying to sell us the idea of do what you want. Balenciaga, this company, means do what thou wilt. Whatever you want, do what you want. And there was backlash, because they had like these teddy bears that you can see here, right? They have like BDSM attire, and children are holding them. All these things that you can see here, like this is BDSM attire, like what's here, kids doing with high heels and chains. This is abusive. This is programming kids to a dark life. Children can be easily programmed into a dark life. And this message was being promoted by a company that says, do what you want. Do what you want. So how do I identify a bad program? A bad program will exactly tell you what this Balenciaga is telling you. Do what you want. Don't have any rules. A bad program will tell you don't care for rules. Don't care, about morality. Don't care about what other people think. Don't care about your message, how you come across. Do exactly what you want and don't care about other people. A bad program will tell you to become a narcissist, a menace to the society and to yourself, and not care. And that's where trauma comes, out of people doing what they want without caring about what other people think or want or need. It's just a me attitude. If you wanted to ask what makes a bad program, is this: doing what you want, just not caring about anything else but what you want. That kind of selfishness creates a bad program to the human mind, to the society, to everybody. Selfishness, just doing what you want. Should you do what willest thou all the time? How about immoral people? How to identify a good program? I don't know where you prefer to get your programming from. For me, I like to choose high values that teach me values that will bring me good mental health. Values like forgiveness, values like loving other people, values like having good healthy sexual boundaries, values that help you, win in business, values that help you make money, values that help you raise your children in a good way, in a good moral, ethical way. You have to choose your program. Some people use Buddhism. I've seen people use the Bible. I've seen people use Islam. I am a Christian. I believe in the scripture. Jesus Christ, at the center of our church, teaches forgiveness. Jesus Christ teaches boundaries, healthy boundaries. Jesus Christ is a man of war. He teaches, to walk in the righteous, in the ways of the righteous, in a good way. That the way you step through life, that you step through life in a gracious way. So I get my values from here because it helps me to be kind to people, to be helpful to people, to respect other people. This is the program that I want my children to be on. I choose this program because it works for me also and so many other people in life. When people decide that they will honor something like a marriage, love their children, be helpful members of the society and community, over time they look back at their life and they feel like they have lived a fulfilled life, a more fulfilling life. So the key to success, you must commit yourself to a program, a disciplined way of life, because discipline is what wins the race of the mind. Many people who are coming from childhood trauma do not live by a program. They do not have a loving program or a program that they can rely on. Why? Because nobody taught them. They don't have a program because nobody taught them. So what is really the problem of somebody who grew up in a childhood trauma? If you had to ask me, I didn't have a program by the age of 36, no career, no children, no friends, no sense of community, no way of life, no religion, and still trying to figure out my life. Where am I headed? I was too scared to ask for help. I did not have a program. I never felt the urgency to get married, have kids. I never prioritized it. I see Muslim and Christian girls prioritizing this way of life, and I never got it. Do not be like me, have a program. I hope I have convinced you somehow that programs are good and they keep you grounded in the race of life. Now let's look at your brain and how you can create programs. Thank you so much for watching this video. On the next video, we're going to start looking at how the brain creates programs. So that I have convinced you that we need programs. The brain operates through programs and programs are necessary. We are going to show you how you can create better programs and how you can actually live a more mentally healthy life by creating the programs that are good for the brain and also good for society and good for you. So thanks again for watching this first video of a series of videos to unlock your potential and to unlock your mental health. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, my name is Kanini, and until next time, may God bless you.